Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Welcome back to another lesson in my channel, JC's Online English School. Dear viewers, it's a pleasure for me to be here once again on this rainy afternoon here in Madrid, Spain. It's been raining the whole day, as a matter of fact, so it's very gloomy. I'm looking out the window right now, and it looks really, really dark. But anyway, here I am again. It's 4:15 in the afternoon, exactly 4:15. And we have an appointment. Okay, we have an appointment because on Thursdays we have level B2, which is upper intermediate. Let me make sure we have a good connection, and indeed we do. Okay, so once again, level B2, upper intermediate, online class number 10. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a review class, which is exactly the same as I've been doing in the other levels, on the other levels, A1, A2, and B1, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And since today is Thursday, we are going to have another review class as well here on this level, level B2 upper intermediate. Okay, so let's get started without any further ado. Let's see what I have prepared for you. I have selected the most controversial and most difficult things from the other lessons. But first of all, welcome to JC's Online English School. Okay, it's good to be back. It's good to be back every day with you. It's a pleasure for me to be here every day teaching you a little bit so your English will improve. Okay, that's my goal, my objective, my aim. Okay, so remember the different English levels. There are 6 of them. A1 beginner, A2 elementary, B1 intermediate, B2 upper intermediate, C1 advanced, and C2 proficiency. And once again, since today is Thursday, we are going to be covering the B2 level, the upper intermediate level. Okay, let's move on. Now, remember today's date. Okay, today's date. Remember the classes are live. Okay, I'm broadcasting live from Madrid, Spain, the capital of the country, every single day at 4:15 with a different level every day. So today's date. Today is Thursday, British version first. Today is Thursday, the 5th of November, 2020. Americans, however, say today is Thursday, November 5th, 2020. As of right now, we still don't know who will be the new president in the White House. We don't know. They're still counting the votes, apparently. So we don't know. Maybe we will know tomorrow, maybe later on today. Who knows? Only God knows. Only God knows. I still have my favorite, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, let's see. Today's expression, we already saw it in one of the other lessons. A match made in heaven. A match made in heaven. What is that? That is a marriage that is likely to be happy and successful because the marital partners are very compatible. Okay, so we call it a match made in heaven. Let's take a look at an example. Jules and Nora are a match made in heaven. They love doing things together and cannot bear to be away from each other. Okay, let me read the example again. Jules and Nora are a match made in heaven. They love doing things together and cannot bear to be away from each other. Okay, that's a match made in heaven. Okay, are you with somebody and you two could say, oh, yes, we are a match made in heaven? I hope you are with somebody like that. If not, don't worry, she or he will come. Okay, another expression. Feel under the weather. Okay, today I feel under the weather, or today I don't feel under the weather. So feeling under the weather means to feel mildly ill or sick. I mean, it's not a huge illness or sickness, but to feel mildly ill or sick, especially on Mondays. Mondays after the long weekend, especially after a long weekend, 3 or 4 days, you feel under the weather for sure. So let's take a look at a sentence. Sarah is feeling under the weather today, so she's not coming to the party. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I hope she will be feeling better soon. So, yes, Sarah is feeling under the weather today, so she's not coming to the party. And again, feeling under the weather means to feel mildly ill or sick. So you're not very uh, you're not doing your best, physically speaking. Okay, you're not doing your best. Okay, now another expression. He who laughs last laughs best. We have a very similar one in Spanish. He who laughs last laughs best. Okay, and that means, or is used to say that even if someone is not successful now, he or she will succeed to be the winner in the end. Okay, so he who laughs last laughs best. So, interesting. Okay, let's move on with another one, another expression. There are many. Okay, we saw a few. Okay, we've been seeing a few in the last 10 lessons or 9 lessons because today is number 10. And here is another one. Remember this one? This one is very similar to Spanish as well. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Now, what is that? Again, it's very, very similar to Spanish, and the meaning would be don't question the value of a gift. Okay, if they give you a gift, appreciate it. Don't even question it, even if you don't like it. Even if you don't like it, don't question the value of a gift. So, one more time, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. All right. Now, another one. There are many. This is one of my favorites. In for a penny, in for a pound. I repeat, in for a penny, in for a pound. Now, what does that mean? Okay, that means having started something, one must see it through to its end rather than stopping short. Okay, so if you start something, go ahead and do it. Hello, Pablito, how are you? Good morning to you and good afternoon for me. Thank you very much. Yes, I know there is, what is it, 4 hours difference? Yeah, between Brazil and Spain. So, yeah, it's probably good morning for you and good afternoon for me. Thank you very much. It's 12:20 over there, so it's still afternoon for you. It's 4:20 here in Madrid. Okay, 4:20:21. Okay, so thank you, Pablito, for connecting. I really appreciate it. So once again, expression in for a penny, in for a pound, meaning having started something, one must say it through to its end rather than stopping short. Okay. All right. Now remember the vocabulary when we talked about other ways to say I'm busy. So there are many ways to say I'm busy, and here are some of them. Okay, you could say I'm tied up, I'm slammed, I'm snowed under. That's the one that I use the most. My students know it. I use that one a lot. I'm snowed under. I'm up to my neck. Yeah, I'm up to my neck. Yeah, I'm up to my ears. Okay. I have a hectic day. I'm on a tight schedule. I use that one too. I'm on a tight schedule. I'm buried in work, or simply I'm buried. I'm as busy as a bee. I have work up to here. Oof, I have work up to here. I have a long way to go, and my schedule is jam-packed. Okay. So there are several expressions. Again, my favorite is I'm snowed under. Which one do you prefer, Pablito? There are a lot. Which one do you prefer of all of them? I'm tied up, slammed, snowed under, I'm up to my neck or my ears, I have a hectic day, I'm on a tight schedule, I'm buried in work or without buried. Okay, so uh, okay, all right. You're right. You're right. In Brazil, after 12 o'clock, you say afternoon. For us, it's until 2. For us here in Spain, we say good morning until 2 o'clock. But yeah, you follow the British and the American timetable. So after 12 o'clock is afternoon. All right. Thank you for the comment, Pablo. I'll try to remember it. I'll try to remember it. Okay. In every country is different. Okay. All right. So now remember we studied these expressions used to, be used to, and get used to. Okay, so only with the first one we have an infinitive, but with be used to and get used to, after the word to or the preposition to, we use the verb in gerund. Okay, so for example, when we were children, we used to spend our holidays with our grandparents. So that stays in the past. So we use the infinitive. We used to spend our holidays. Okay. Number two, however, is not in the past anymore, and we say at school we do lots of pair work. So we are used to working in pairs, or you can also say we get used to working in pairs. But in any case, that is something that is happening right now, and because we have the verb to be or the verb get, the verb goes in gerund after the preposition to. Okay, because it is happening right now. However, if it is in the past, the verb stays in infinitive. Okay, now let's see a few more examples. Number two, my father used to have, everything is in the past. My father used to have everything done for him. Okay, that happened in the past, but now he himself has to do most of the things. So, because the action took place in the past, you have used to have. Have goes in infinite. Now, number three, in the past, people used to think. In the past, which obviously is in the past. In the past, people used to think that the earth was flat. Okay. Number four, okay, when the Industrial Revolution started, it indicates that it happened in the past. People used to work, infinitive, because it is in the past, long hours. So once again, when the Industrial Revolution started, people used to work long hours. Okay, now, number five. Starting a first job can be difficult if you are not used to getting up early. Now we're using the verb to be, therefore the verb after up to goes in gerund, getting. Okay, number 6. I'm sure it won't be difficult for you if you get used to getting up early. Okay, once again, we use the verb get. So after to, the verb goes in gerund. Okay, now, number 7, we're using the verb to be. So once again, after to, the other verb goes in gerund. I'm used to staying in bed till late in the morning on Sundays. Not my case, but some people like it. And number 8, in the past, I didn't used to have milk for breakfast. I only had coffee because the action takes place in the past. After to, we have the verb in infinitive. So remember, if the action is in the past, the verb after to is in infinitive. If the action is taking place now, with the verb to be or with the verb get, the verb after to goes in gerund. Okay, all right. Let's see what else we have for today. If versus whether, remember this one? This one is easier than the past one. Okay, the last one. Okay, the translation is the same in Spanish, okay? But sometimes you use whether, sometimes you use if, and sometimes you can use either one of them. Okay. All right, number 1. I can't decide whether to buy a bicycle. Number 2, Tom asks Julie if or whether she'd like to go to the cinema, okay, or to the movies in American English. Number 3, you've got to go to school whether you like it or not. When we have the or not, it's always whether, for sure. It's always whether. Number 4, Caroline might come. It depends on whether she has a car or not. Okay, once again, we have not, so whether. Number 5, we're not sure if or whether, in this case, you can use either one of them. We're not sure whether or if we are going to change offices. Okay. Now, if you don't remember, I suggest you go back and study this lesson, okay? Because today is just a review class, okay? Number 6, whether I buy the cake or make it myself won't make it less fattening. All right. Number 7, I wonder if or whether I should mention it to my boss. Number 8, he really doesn't care whether or not it suits everyone. So he only cares about himself. Number 9, I'm not sure if or whether I'll have time to go to the hairdressers. Okay. Number 10. The price doesn't change whether you travel by car or by train. Same price. Okay. So that is in terms of if versus whether. And I suggest, if you don't remember, once again, you go back and study that lesson. Okay. Again, this is lesson number 10. We're just reviewing most of the things we've been doing in the previous lessons, lessons 1 through 9. Okay, I cannot include everything in just one lesson, but I selected the most difficult things. Okay, conditionals. For example, if the baby had slept better last night, I wouldn't have been so tired. That is a third conditional. Past perfect on one of the clauses, conditional perfect on the other clause. Okay, zero conditional, present present. If you smoke, you get yellow fingers. As plain, as simple as that. Number 8, second conditional, past simple, conditional simple. If Lucy had enough time, she would travel more. Okay. First conditional, present on one of the clauses and future with will on the other clause. If the children don't eat soon, they will be grumpy. Okay, they will start getting nervous. And number 10, first conditional again. If I don't go to bed soon, I will be tired in the morning. Yes, sir. Okay. Let's take a look at now with the difference between like versus as. And if you don't remember, go back and study the lesson. But I'm going to give you the examples that we saw on that lesson, okay? I think it was lesson 4 or 5, I don't remember. So number 1, she works as a teacher because it is her job. So when you are describing the profession of a person, you use as. And when you're comparing two people, for instance, or two things, you say like, okay? So number 2, I'm very like my mother. And I guess I am, yeah. Number 3, Julie loves mangoes as much as I do. As much as or as is an expression, so in this case you use as. Okay. Number 4, he arrived as I was leaving. Okay. Number 5, he works in a bank like his father. So he's comparing him with his father, or they are comparing him and his father. Number 6, I used a tea towel as an oven glove and I burned it. Oh, sorry. Okay, number 7, another comparison. Your perfume smells like flowers. Okay. Number 8, as it was called. In this case, you can also say since, as or since. At the beginning of a sentence, you could say as it was called or since it was called. I took a scarf. In this case, I use since better. I don't know why. I like it better. Number 9, he works, again, it is his job, his profession. He works as a hairdresser, okay? So we use as for that. We don't use like when we're talking about jobs, don't forget. And number 10, that woman looks like my grandmother. So you're comparing two people, therefore you use like. Okay, so it's not really hard once you know it. Okay, now we move on to phrasal verbs. Those related to look, which compared to others are the easiest. Okay, so phrasal verbs with look are the easiest, well, much easier at least compared to others. Okay, now let's take a look at the first one. Henry looked through the magazine quickly. Okay, he didn't go into detail. Henry looked through the magazine quickly. Look out! Be careful! Look out! Look out! There is a bus coming. It's going to hit you. It's going to hit you. Okay. Did the doctor look at your leg? This one is easy. Did the doctor look at your leg? Okay. She looked up. Oh, okay. She looked up from her book. Number 4. She looked up from her book when she heard the noise. So she was really, oh, I heard a noise. She looked up from the book. That was easy. Hey, number 5. We were looking around the shops when we were in Nashville. Okay, we were looking around the shops when we were in Nashville. Okay, number 6. They are looking forward to meeting their friends. That is one of my favorite expressions. And unfortunately, most of my students, if not all, forget that after to, in this case, you need to have the verb in gerund. So it is incorrect to say they are looking forward to meet. And maybe not all, but most of my students always forget. So remember, to look forward to needs a gerund. Okay, they are looking forward to meeting their friends. They are eager to meet their friends. They are looking forward to. Okay, they are expecting to see them with happiness. Okay, number 7. How do you feel when you look back on your childhood? I feel happy. I had a nice childhood. Yes, I can't complain. Thank God. I have wonderful parents who raised my brother and I in a very nice way. So I'm very grateful to God for my parents. Hello, Sharma. How are you? Okay. Namaste. 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 Okay. Nice to see you here. Sharma, thank you very much for joining us. So, yes, when I look back on my childhood, I have good memories. Good memories. Yes. Can't complain. Can't complain. Number 8. Young has to look after his younger brother. So to look after, in other words, to look after or to take care of. To take care of. You can say that as well. Number 9, our boss looks down on some people in his firm. That reminds me of my old job. I'm very happy to say today here in my channel, because the channel is mine now, that he's losing so many teachers because he always looked down on everybody. So that's why he's losing so many teachers, the best teachers ever. So I'm so happy. I'm not going to mention any names, but those who know me well know who I'm talking about. So I'm so happy. So our old boss, my old boss, looked in the past down on people in his firm and they left, including myself. So happy. And number 10, I look in on my child every now and then. I don't have a child, but I look in on my dog. Oh, I have a dog. By the way, she's right here next to me. And if you hear strange noises, it's because she snores. Okay, so it happened yesterday as I was doing the big one level. My dog was snoring. Believe it or not, yeah. And she's a very small dog. She's a Shih Tzu. It's only 5 kilograms. She only weighs 5 kilograms, and but she snores. Yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to sleep at night with her snoring. But it's so funny though. It's so funny. So I look in on my dog every now and then because I don't have any children, as far as I know. As far as I know, I don't have any. Okay, very good. Phrasal verbs with health, related to health. We saw this one. I think it was the last lesson, if I remember correctly. So here they are. I think I'm coming down with flu or with the flu. American English normally say with the flu. I'm not, it's just an example. So I think I'm coming down with the flu or with flu. Number 2, I've broken out in a rush. Yes, I was busy. I had to go somewhere. I've broken out in a rush. Number 3, unfortunately, his aunt passed away last night. She died. She passed away. She went to heaven. And unfortunately, we won't see her again. His aunt passed away last night. Number 3, he threw up. Okay, he threw up all over his shoes. What a pity. He threw up all over his shoes. Number 5, sorry. She passed out. In other words, she fainted from the heat. Okay, it was extremely hot and she fainted or she passed out. Okay. I finally got over my cold. In other words, I finally recovered from my cold. I finally recovered. I finally got over my cold. Number 6, 7. Oh, this one's bad. He was run over by a car. My God, he was run over by a car. Well, let's hope that will never happen to us. Okay. Number 8, eat oranges to help you fight off a cold. They are very effective. It is true. I have one every day, or mandarins rather. But yeah, they're very useful. So eat oranges to help you fight a cold. Okay. Number 9, has she come to yet? Has she come to yet? So this is the one who fainted, remember? So after a few minutes, you say, hey, has she come to yet? Is she recovered already? Okay, and number 10, when she came round, he was in shock. When he came round, he was in shock. That is another way to say come to or come round. Okay, so when he came round, he was in shock. Okay, because the candidate that he hadn't voted for won the American presidency. So he was shocked. Anyway, so now today we begin a new section. Okay, I'm doing it with every single level. This one is no different. Instead of talking about universities around the world, English speaking universities around the world, which is a nice topic, I've decided to start a new section called Around the World. Around the World. So for the next few weeks, I'll be talking about different cities, okay? And the first one, as it couldn't be any other way, is Madrid, my city. That's where I was born, not where I've always lived, but that's where I was born until I was 18, and then I went to the States for almost 10 years, and I came back, and here I am again. Okay, Madrid, Madrid. Yes. So the country, as you know, obviously, is Spain. Okay, Madrid is the capital of the country. Madrid is the capital of Spain. That's where I am right now. That's where I'm broadcasting this video. Okay, the country, Madrid, Spain. Okay, now elevation, because some people have asked me, and I have to check it out because to look it up because I don't know. So the elevation is 667 meters above sea level. Okay, 667 meters above sea level. In other words, 2,188 feet above sea level. Okay, which is not very high compared to other cities. Okay, next week we'll be talking about London, for instance. Okay, but let's stick with Madrid right now. The area now, the capital and its municipality. Okay, everything included is quite big. Okay, the community of Madrid, as we call it, it has an area of 604.31 square kilometers, or what is the same, 233.33 square miles. Pretty big. Pretty big. So yeah, that's the area of the not only the capital but also the surrounding cities here in the community of Madrid, as we call it. Population, okay, in the year 2018, again, the capital and the municipality was, and still is approximately, I don't think it has changed too much. It was 6.6 million people. Okay, that's a lot of people. Because, as you can read over there, it is the third largest city after London and Berlin here in Europe, okay? The third largest, okay, after London and Berlin. So that's pretty big, okay? Now, when was it founded? When was the city of Madrid founded? Well, it was founded on the 9th century, a few years ago. Okay, so it was founded on the 9th century. Okay, now, Madrid is famous for a lot of things, okay? But I had to select, and I selected what I think are some of the most interesting ones that everybody can relate to. Okay, we have the Prado Museum, Museo del Prado, which is one of the best museums around the world. Okay, together with the Louvre in Paris. I've been there several times. It's worthy to visit. I highly recommend it. Next time you're in Madrid, it's quite big, so you need almost at least a full morning or maybe a whole day. It depends on how much you want to stop taking a look at each painting. So at least a day or at least a morning. So it is also, in Madrid, we also find the center of all the roads in Spain, what we call kilometer zero. Okay, yeah, that's the center of all the roads here in Spain. I've been there a few times. I have pictures with it. Many people go there and take a picture. Everybody who goes there takes a picture. And we also have the famous calamari sandwiches. Oh, they are so nice, so tasty with a beer, especially in the winter. So yeah, calamari sandwiches. Remember, calamari is squid, but we call them bocadillos de calamares. Here in Spain, they are excellent, excellent. Everybody loves those. Okay. We also have the oldest restaurant in the world. The oldest restaurant in the world. I've never been inside. I know what it is, but I've never had lunch or dinner there. But yes, it is the oldest one in the world. It is called Sobrino de Botín. It is located in the downtown center, in the downtown area of Madrid, and it's the oldest. Yeah, it's the oldest in the world. Wow, I don't know how old it is. I don't remember that, but it's the oldest. Okay, and also, last but not least, we have the biggest Zara store in the world. Okay, located in Paseo de la Castellana, which is the longest street here in Madrid. Okay. Okay, Brasilia was founded in 1960. Okay, in the 20th century. Oh, okay. A few centuries later, Pablo. A few centuries later compared to Madrid. But thank you, I didn't know. So Brasilia, the capital of the country of Brazil, was founded in 1960. Okay, 7 years before I was born. Thank you, Pablo. I didn't know. On the 20th century. Okay, yeah. So 11 centuries later, or after Madrid. Thank you. Interesting, interesting. 1960. I didn't know. I didn't know. Thank you very much, Pablo. Good, interesting news, interesting news. So, okay, there you have it. Madrid. Next week, London, and then we will, I don't know, after London, I don't know, probably New York, but I'll think about it. Okay, I'll think about it. Okay, so today's joke. Okay, are you ready for today's joke, ladies and gentlemen? It goes like this. Okay, but it's another one. Dad, who is a lecturer? Dad, who is a lecturer? And the father says, well, someone who talks to you in your sleep or makes you sleep. Okay. I hope don't make you fall asleep as I teach you my lessons, but it's a typical hour here in Madrid. At 4:15, it started at 4:15, right after lunch is a hard time. But after this, I have classes. I have private classes, and there is no other way for me to teach these classes. So that, who is a lecturer? Well, someone who talks to you in your sleep or makes you sleep. Okay. Pablito says, and the major square when we can taste a relaxing cup of café con leche. Yeah, here in Madrid. That's another one, but I have space, enough space, Pablo, to write it down. Hello, Samantha. How are you? Welcome, welcome, Samantha. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. Okay. I don't think I've seen you before, Samantha. I don't think I've seen you before, but it's a pleasure to have you here. If you can tell us where you're from, Samantha, I would really appreciate it. At least I don't recognize your picture there. It's a very small picture to see, but thank you, Samantha, for joining us. Please let us know where you're from. We will really appreciate it. So once again, Dad, who is a lecturer? Someone who talks to you in your sleep or makes you asleep. Okay. All right. So Sharma liked the joke. Okay, good. I'm glad you did. Okay, it's just a joke. All right. Now, as we do in every single week, at least on this level, level B2, we have today's inspirational thought. And I like this one. I like this one. Read it with me. No one ever made a difference by being like everybody else. Interesting. I loved it. The moment I saw it, I thought, ooh, this one has to go on the B2 level. I repeat it. No one ever made a difference by being like everybody else. It is true, isn't it? I hope you agree, but if you're going to make a difference, don't be like everybody else. Otherwise, you won't make a difference. So I'm different in my classes. I don't know. I bring different things to my lessons. I try to bring some humor into the lessons, or tell you my personal experiences sometimes. And I don't know, but in only 2 months, thank God, I've had almost 800 subscribers, almost very, very close to 800. So I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, all of you, all of those, all of you who have subscribed to the channel. We are growing, and it keeps me going. It keeps me motivated to continue with my classes. Okay, so thank you very much for your subscriptions. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have? I don't think we have anything else for today, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're going to learn more, please subscribe to my channel. Let the number continue growing. Please motivate me to continue doing these videos, okay? Because sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm very, very busy right now, but I always take time to teach you free classes because I think you're important. I think you deserve it. And to me, all of my students are important. Those of you who are there, and those of the ones that I have to teach on the phone or through Skype. Pablito, don't forget, we have a meeting on Sunday. You and I, Pablito and I, are having classes through Skype. So if anybody else is interested, okay, to have classes with me through Skype or through WhatsApp, let me know. Let me know. Contact me like Pablito did. So don't forget, Pablito, 8 o'clock Spanish time, 4 o'clock Brasilia time on Sunday. So yes, I still have a few openings for those of you who are interested in having classes with me, the great JC, the modest JC. So there you have my number and my email address. So if you're interested, let me know. Let me know. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. That's all, folks. I'll be back tomorrow for level C1. Okay, it's going to be also a review class. But yes, I'll be back tomorrow for level C1, and I'll be back next week on Thursday for level B2, like today. Okay, every day, every week, we have a lesson. Okay. Pablito says, I would like to make a difference in the world. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's very good. Very good. Okay, okay, very good. I hope you can make a difference in the world. All right. I'm sure you're doing it with your students. We all make a difference in people's lives. When we help people who need our help, whether it is teaching or helping them at work or whatever, or even praying for them, we always make a difference in somebody's life. And the people make a difference in our lives as well. So as long as we live here on this planet, we need to help each other. Okay. So it's good to help each other. It's good to receive help when you need it as well. So it's important to sow if you're going to reap. If we never help people, whenever we're going to need our help from others, nobody's going to give it to us. So again, remember, one of my favorite saying is, as you sow, so shall you reap. Okay, so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you again tomorrow if you want to join me with level C1. And if not, I'll see you next week with level B2 on Thursday. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend, and God bless you always. Okay? Take care and goodbye.